We are rapidly approaching the beginning of the 2026 season here in the UK, and for a feeling that's happened for a fair few years now, there's quite a bit to be excited about. For once, there's not that many things being removed, unless you're a big fan of water rides, and trust me, we'll get to that in another video. But there's more coming in than out. Full areas, new rides, rides being saved, rides somehow avoiding the scrapyard. So I thought I would sit down today and rank every single new addition for 2026 to UK theme parks, ranging from A, standing for A, that's good, and E, standing for E, that's bad. Let's start with everyone's favourite park that sounds like some kind of old-time pirate ailment. Crealy. He's come down with Crealy. I googled why Crealy is called Crealy, and the AI overview came up saying that Crealy is called Crealy because it's a play on the word great. So that tells you how fucking thick AI is. Crealy are adding 2 new rides this year, and by new, I mean new for them at least. One of them is a Zamperla air race, which is one of those rides where you sit on the end of a stick and then you get turned upside down on that stick and the whole thing turns around the middle, you and stick included. For me, this gets a B. New ride, nice and thrilling, nothing too groundbreaking, but a solid addition. The other ride here is Pirates Plummet, an SBF drop tower which is set to be the tallest ride in the southwest according to their own marketing, which is a little bit like being the tallest hill in the Netherlands. I'm giving this a C, which on this scale is still good. This scores a little bit lower on this list because this ride is actually already operated in the UK, operating as Magma from Paultons Park, which made way for Valgard. Yes, I'll be ranking full areas and their respective rides. Paultons Park is giving me a great gift by opening their new area on my birthday, which is all a boy could ask for. The area isn't finished yet, but all of the construction so far looks very impressive. There's a couple new rides, one repurposed ride, some gorgeous looking theming, so for this area I am giving it an A. The highlight of the area is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter called Dracoon, a model that I thought Gerst said that they weren't going to do now the Infinity is so popular. Got a very fun looking layout, a little bit short, but it does also manage to pack in the UK's first stall and Paulton's first inversion, so works out. I think it's the UK's first proper stall at least, not like Hyperia's one where it kind of dives out of it, but one where it rolls out of it. Anyway, Dracoon itself gets an A for progressing Paultons into the thrill market just that little bit more. The other new ride here is Wildswing, which has a completely untranslatable name, but it is a wild swing made by ART. Oh, this ride is a bit like a top spin, but for kids, so it doesn't invert. A little bit like Toxicator when it first opened. Seems fun, nice little ride, C. And rounding off Valgard is Raven, or formerly Cobra. This is a Gerstlauer bobsled that's been at the park for 20 years now, but on its 20th birthday, it is receiving a new name, fresh coat of paint, and a new Gerstlauer friend. Isn't that nice? C, because it's the same ride but with a fresh coat of paint, which is better than getting rid of it. Speaking of, for every addition there has to be some removals, so here is a tribute to those that we've lost over the 2025 season.
I think we're going to postman pattern now, and that'll be quite good.
Whoa, wait, pause. We're still doing this? Apparently. Thorpe have recently put up a document saying that this project will improve biodiversity in the area by, ironically, getting rid of a beach. But yeah, this stage is apparently still coming, a stage that had planning permission put forward in November. 2024. Yeah, this is getting a ranking of D until it gets past planning permission hell. Going from a beach being taken down to a beach being pleasure, no, that sounds so wrong. Blackpool Pleasure Beach are building a brand new Intamin gyro swing, and a big boy at that. 138 foot tall, that is. There's only 5 UK coasters that are taller than that. These 5 to be exact. It's not the first of its kind in the country, with Maelstrom being the same model, but Evictus is nearly double the height of it, which is crazy. New thrill flat going into a park that doesn't really have many rides like it, especially since Skyforce got removed, so for me this has to get an A. Before we continue, a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, the all-new mobile banking app Merlin. With Merlin you'll find a range of ways to, oh wait, no, sorry, it's not a banking app, it's just the Merlin Entertainment's redesign. Sign up today with my creator link. Staying coastal, and this one's slightly cheating, but I'm going to include it. RCDB still says that there's a new roller coaster coming to Adventure Coast Southport, formerly known as Southport Pleasureland. Yeah, it says there's a new coaster coming in 2026, like it did in 2025, and 2024, and 2023, and 2022, and since it was called Southport Pleasureland. I shit you not, planning got submitted for this ride in July 2021. I've actually already covered it on the channel in a video of what will happen in 2023. The only progress we've had since that is someone said it's not a Zamperla Thunderbolt, which they're correct. It's a patch of grass at the minute. Gets an E. Another park you might not have thought about recently is Lightwater Valley, who are currently making their way back up after gutting half the park the other year. Lightwater Valley are receiving Spinning Racer, a travelling Mara spinner which was temporarily homed at Fantasy Island. After that it moved to a park in Kuwait, a park that also has a ride called Vekoma Tsunami. They left the manufacturer name in the name of the ride, made somewhat funnier by the fact the model is a Vekoma Whirlwind, which is a different type of violent weather. Anyway, Spinning Racer looks fun. It got decent reviews when it was in Skegness, and I'm personally just happy to see Lightwater Valley investing, so it gets a C from me. Like what a tsunami comes from. The last few on this list are all big hitters, including a brand new land. Chessington are building Paw Patrol land, presumably so that Marshall can put out the fire at Scorpion Express. Now, I've only really seen construction of 2 of these rides, but by planning permission, apparently there's going to be 4 of them, but I'm only going to rank 2 of them here. The 2 that have had the most coverage so far is a little spinning helicopter ride and a brand new Sierra Junior coaster. And the construction of the area in general looks really good. A lot of very cartoonish theming, and hopefully by the late spring opening that it's currently touted for, it should look even better. Sky's helicopter ride thing seems like good fun, but nothing more than that, so I'm going to give it a C. And the Paw Patroster, or whatever it ends up being called, is going to get a B, purely because it's a roller coaster at the end of the day. Overall, I'm going to give the area a B as well, although that could be pushed up to an A by the time that it's finished, because honestly, progress is looking really good. It looks like it could be a fun area. It's just not for me. I'm 24 years old. Paw Patrol's a little after my time. If this was Ed, and Eddie Land, I'd be all over it. And finally, the one you've all been waiting for. Alton Towers are opening up a new roller coaster called Bluey the Ride, Here Come the Grannies. And I have a few thoughts. First of all, why is the name so long? It comes in 3 parts. Bluey, the Ride, Here Come the Grannies. Secondly, I know it's an episode of the series, but why Here Come the Grannies? Fun fact, this is the 3rd granny-themed ride at Alton Towers, and Merlin are now scrambling to claim that as a world record somehow. When the plans were unveiled for this ride, it looked like a bean, or if you tried to draw a NASCAR track while riding a bike, or the most boring ride ever. But now they've actually built the thing, it looks nothing like it. First of all, why is it tall? What's that for, and who's responsible? Secondly, looks like it's got much more of a layout to it. It actually looks like quite a well-presented ride, and they've painted it a lovely shade of blue-green. Lovely shade of green. It looks like a lot of fun though, and they're actually bothering to build some buildings and theming around it to make it nicer, so that's lovely of them. In short, I'm giving Green Bluey the Granny experience a healthy A grade for exceeding expectations and for having an exceedingly long and stupid name. And that's it. If there's any rides that I missed, please let me know in the comments, but honestly, I think I've covered everything. If you did enjoy this video, please share it with your mates, and if you want to see more content from me, then subscribing would be the best way to tell me that. I'm planning on making a lot more videos over this year, but letting me know is the best way to do it. If you want to hear more from me or want to know when these videos are coming out, then my Twitter is @CalVickers33, and I usually post on there when I'm making videos and when they're going to come out. Yeah, that's about it. I've been Cal, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.